Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and you're going to want to stick around because the third answer is a secret as to what makes the difference when it comes to winning and losing with marketing. And it might surprise you just a little bit. So let's get into it. The question or problem that was asked today was, don't know anything about marketing? And the thing is that for a lot of people, when they're getting started, you start to build up the skill set. You understand that you have what it takes in order to write the first manuscript of your book. But then when we put it on the market, we have a bit of a fear because we don't know anything about marketing. Because marketing is very different than the skill set necessary to just write the book. You're able to produce the manuscript, maybe even you have the creativity to get a cover together, and you're able to do the editing and formatting and some of these aspects of it. But when it comes to the actual marketing of your book, that leaves you hanging a little bit, and you're concerned that maybe you'll put your book on the market and it won't sell. Or even worse, you already have put your book onto the market and it simply isn't selling at all, and you're beginning to think maybe it's about the marketing. And that is the problem that you're having with your book. And that is what we are going to explore in today's video. This is Chris Baird from self-publishing-made-easy-now.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this, because that tells me that this is helpful to you and will also be helpful to others. And check out below in the description and you can grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist secrets list that will make sure that you don't miss any of the steps necessary to create your book and also to get your book selling on the market. So, no marketing. Let me tell a little bit from my own personal story. When I first got started, I had no idea that I would be learning everything about marketing. I thought it was really about just writing your book, which is what I did. You put it onto the market and then see what happens. And in my case, I put it onto the market, but I wasn't seeing any real sales on the book. I was thinking maybe I did something wrong. And that was when I began to understand the reason the book doesn't sell is because I'm simply not marketing. It also could be optimization problems, which is a big one for most people. But the marketing side is an incredibly important point, and it just wasn't selling. And the thing was, I thought, well, maybe I should do something else like trading currencies or maybe getting into drop shipping or something like that, since I was eager to see if it was possible to try an online business as sort of a hobby or a side gig or something along those lines. But the thing was, is that I simply was wondering because I just wasn't seeing the sales. But the answer was no, it's the marketing that was the issue. And what did I know about marketing? Well, as I told you, I didn't know anything about marketing. And that was something I was going to be reading a lot of books and watching a lot of videos and reading a lot of blogs. And I still do to today. In fact, even more so on that than even the book writing process itself, because it is so important to making sales. In fact, this is the crazy part. It may be even more important than the quality of the book itself. And that seems a little hard to grasp for a lot of authors, but that is exactly the case when it comes to selling books. It doesn't make your book better if you do better marketing, but it does mean that people will enjoy your book more, and it also means that people will find your book, and that's really what it's about. It's about connecting readers with your book. So the thing was, I started running ads, I building an email list, and doing content marketing, and all of these together combined resulted in my book starting to sell, and the sales started to jump, and they still continue to stay high as a result of my efforts in book marketing, and that is what we wish to help you with as well. So, don't know anything about marketing? Well, the first thing is we all don't know anything about anything until we start learning. So you shouldn't feel stupid or out of place because you simply know nothing about this subject or know very little. And sometimes the little you know may not even be true. There are things about marketing that are counterintuitive. For example, sometimes the things that work best are not what we feel will work best, but what the market tells us will work best. So we have to listen closely and see what is working and what isn't working when it comes to our books. We also want to listen to other people who are selling and marketing their books and find out in groups and forums what exactly the tips and tricks they're using to sell their books. So this is another key issue that you're definitely not going to want to ignore. The other thing is we want to start with simple steps like Amazon ads. That would be our very first point. We've discussed in previous videos about optimizing your book, so making sure there's a market for your book, making sure the cover is optimized, making sure that the formatting on your book is correct. And you can see below in the description all of my affiliate links for everybody who I use. I show you all of the things that took me thousands of hours to figure out. Below, you can just go there and check out these different things that I use when putting my books out, and that will save you a lot of time. And so, but the first thing on the marketing side would be Amazon things. There are other things that don't work so well, like taking your book and just spamming other authors groups. People who are putting books out, they really don't care that you want to market to them because they're not your target market. Or spamming other groups of pages where people who just want free books. Those are also not particularly good use of time. At one period, it did work because you would put your book out for free and get 1,000 sales, 1,000 downloads, purchases at $0 per book, and that would cause it to boost in the rankings so that when it went back to full price, you would then see some sales on that book. That strategy no longer works. So a better strategy is to run ads. And that is a key issue that a lot of people don't do, and they lose money. And then there's different regions, and you need to monitor the ads. And so it becomes a bit of a burden in some sense. But in another sense, it was my first introduction to marketing after taking a course on running ads. It was kind of funny. I took a course, and then the course disappeared within 6 months. But the course had already taught me a number of things on running ads. And so I was able to learn that skill set and to continue to build it up, and I adjust my ads on a daily basis still. But the third and secret answer of the day for don't know anything about marketing is that without marketing your books, you will not see sales. You will see maybe one here or there, but no real money. You're not going to be making thousands of dollars a month on a book that has no marketing done on it, where you don't have reviews, you don't have any of these sorts of things, and you're not running ads against the book. When you put the ads against it, we start to see traffic, and you'll start to see your sales coming in. But the key to this secret is that you should not try to learn everything at once. You should start slowly and steadily. Start with Amazon ads. For my students, when they ask, I want to get going on marketing my book, so should I do this or should I do that? My first question is, do you even have a book on the market? If you don't, get one on the market first using the tips and tricks that I've told you about optimizing your book. Then the second thing you're going to do after you've put your book onto the market is that you're going to learn Amazon ads. There's number 2. After you've done that, then we can move on to doing content marketing on your book, which is a very powerful way of getting your book to sell that many authors neglect to do because you think, I'm an author, I shouldn't have to worry about marketing. But I'm like, you're an author and you should worry about sales. And so we need to move into that area. Sometimes as we're learning, we grow our skills in directions that we don't feel comfortable with in order that we will get the sales that we deserve for the work that we've put in. And this marketing really just helps an audience out there who deserve to read your books, right? But they simply can't find them because you're not marketing them correctly. So that is another key issue to remember with today's secret answer of the day. So do you know how to mark your books? If you do, write yes below in the comments. And if you don't, write no below in the comments, because that will help me know where you're coming from and be able to make better videos in that direction, okay? And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.